Welcome back to War Thunder Weekly News. This week we have quite a lot, so get your boots on, hit that subscribe button, and let's get digging. At the beginning of this week, there was a Russian live stream that contained a Q&A with the dev BVVD. This Q&A was later translated into English and put on Reddit, and then later Gaijin published it themselves, though Gaijin's publication in the Reddit post had some slight differences, the Reddit post containing a bit more information, though dubious because the translation apparently wasn't the greatest. But generally they talked about the same things. There was lots of talk of helicopters, Gaijin stating that they are continuing tests on helicopters and have found 2 suitable vehicles for each tree, 4 in some cases, probably Russia. In fact, the talk of helicopters has been pretty hot this week, as on the Twitter. In response to someone asking for tier 6 jets, the Twitter guy responded saying that the internal tests for tier 6 jets aren't looking so good. Not saying they'll never come, but there are things that we want to do at the moment. Helicopters are more suitable with current gameplay. I mostly disagree with this statement, as helicopters do not fit in with the current airplane meta, and for tanks they would either be OP or completely useless, though it kind of depends on what the helicopters can do. Not exactly saying that rank 6 jets fit the meta perfectly, but I think they function a bit more. You would have to change less to add them than you would helicopters. They say the Is-7 is to happen this year. Relying on past Q&As, it's likely to be an event vehicle like the E100. Perhaps this is speak of a new Thunder League. There was more talk of the removal of the Panther II and the King Tiger 105. What's interesting about it this time is that they state they have replacements for these tanks, and they wouldn't necessarily be removed but hidden, so players who currently have them will keep them, but they will disappear from those who do not. The Abrams is going to be nerfed in a very peculiar way. What they plan to do is make it so when your ammunition in the back of your turret is on fire, all of it is lost, not just one of the 2 racks, and that you have to turn the turret away from the engine to not damage the engine. Also, you can't put out any fires till the ammunition is done cooking off. Also, in the same question, they announced that they are planning to add a modification for the T-64B, the T-64BV, essentially explosive reactive armor added on top. The next major update, as I've been predicting, is going to be in May. Along with that answer, they announced that they're going to be adding a modification of the T-62. People have been theorizing that it's going to be the T-62M, though a quick look on Wikipedia shows that there's a number of modifications of the T-62 to add, though I still think the M is probably most likely. There was talk of anti-ship missiles, although acknowledgement that it would be rather hard to balance as they are able to shoot beyond the horizon. Also talk that they want to bring research into the Navy beta. A Nerf for P47 series. On the official release of this Q&A, they simply state that they're thinking about taking away its air spawn. On the Reddit post version of this, they also talk about possibility of nerfing M2 Browning machine guns as well, which I suggest they do not do, as it would nerf more than just the P47. I'd actually suggest that you just increase the power of cannons and let the M2s stay as they are. Oddly enough, they split the Q&A into 2 parts and released them on separate days, I guess just because there's such a large amount of information. There was plenty of talk of Japanese vehicles, plenty of disappointing talk and interesting. It stated that Japanese heavy tanks are not likely at all, as they are apparently very controversial, though there will be something in 1.79 for the Japanese tree. The statement was backed up on a Reddit post from MaiWaffentrager, the Japanese armor consultant of Gaijin, stating that they had tested the waters with the Hori production and found that people were rather confused by it. Generally, we would take from this information as there are not likely going to be any of the very cool, mysterious Japanese tanks added anytime soon, which is really disappointing. And I personally found that most people were actually very accepting of the Hori, although perhaps this information comes from the Russian side of the game. The other question about Japanese tanks was if they're going to add second generation ATGMs. They simply stated that they can't decide which machines they want to add that have these missiles. I think that the addition of the Type 89 IFV would be a solid choice. An exciting question was asked about the addition of bazookas, external Hispano cannons, and other such weaponry for more US planes. They stated that their answer was the expansion of options of suspended armament are in our plans and will continue to fruition, not only for aircraft listed above. Essentially, gun pods and bazookas for all allied aircraft. There was another Q&A, but not to Gaijin this time, to the creators of the Italian P40 tank that is currently in game. If you don't know, it was a player created tank. Now this Q&A made me want to think that guarantees Italian tanks next patch, otherwise why would they be hyping it up? While I still think they will have Italian tanks next patch, I don't think this proves much at all, as it was conducted by a Hungarian War Thunder portal, so it's not necessarily official. Although there was also more assets of the Sicily map found, a whole lot of them, though this was kind of already known if you've been paying attention to my videos. There's planned economic changes coming. A general rundown is that the cost for tanks went up, the cost for planes went down. Except for bombers. Bombers went up. The Tu-4 and the B-29 are now about 60,000 to repair. If you mess around with the dynamic campaign, you can find yourself flying a unique F4U-4B. This thing has been in the files for a while. I'm hoping that it surfaces eventually. That's just about everything. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. If you do not, don't hit the like button. I make these every weekend. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. If you want to be notified whenever I upload anything, hit that bell icon. I make the brand of videos throughout the week. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.